2016, I said I'd be trying out new routes and new vehicles, so here we are. We're in Glasgow, and this is the Glasgow Airport route. So while I'm setting all this up, let's just get the doors open. The Glasgow Airport route was a route that was planned between this station which we're at now, which is Glasgow Central, one of the two big stations in Glasgow, and Glasgow Airport. Plans were put in place and a lot of thought went towards it, and then the funding was cut, so the route never actually happened. So there was going to be a special, the trains for it were already designed. I believe these trains have now been put into other areas around Glasgow rather than going to West, which is good. And these funny looking things are what we're going to be driving today. So look around the cab. The cab's fairly basic, there's not a lot. We've got all the things that we talked about last time. There's your emergency brake. Your reverser, rather than being a lever, is now a little switch. Power handle's a lot more basic than before. You've basically got on and off. AWS reset and horn, window wipers, headlights, which we will flick on, and we want to put on the reverser to the forward switch. Okay. So it's not the fastest train in the world, this, but it's fine. This display, I can't remember if this display is working. This isn't a air quotes advanced train, so I don't think it will be. Right, okay, so we're ready to go effectively now, so we'll bring the power back. Okay. Ah, okay, so the screen does work. Okay, so we do have power, and we drive. Speed limit's 15 miles an hour, so we'll kill the engine now, and we're going to head out to our first station, which is Gilmore Street. Now this is what I was talking about in the last video. I talked about feathers. This is a modern feather, so it tells me we are going to lane 7. So that means nothing to me, but if you use the route quite a lot, then you will get to know where all these are. I'm just coasting at the moment. Now they're out of the station, frame rate's collapsed under 30. There's a lot of wires and things to render. Right. What else do I need to talk about? Does shift 2 work? Yes, that still works in this. You can also have letters instead of numbers, so we're going into the DA lane, whatever that means. Speed limit's increased up to 20. So we'll kill the speed. So our next station is not for 6 miles. So we've got quite a ways to go. Oops. Ah, there we go. Okay. Just slammed the anchors on, but yeah. Just for that red light. And so we passed a little sign. Whoops, I am speeding. That is correct. No, this is red. Put the brakes on a bit. Okay, that's fine. We'll take them off. We're going to lane DA. We passed a sign. Let me go back and find it. Back around here it was? There it is. Okay, yes. So railway AWS sign, that's all that's doing is telling us that the AWS advanced warning system is now in effect. So we will have our buzzer prompts, and that will kill our train if we don't answer them. Okay, so while I was busy showing you that, we've gone up to 45 miles an hour, which is good, so we'll bring the throttle up to full speed. We'll buzz again. Clear. Okay. So we must have a train directly in front of us because we've got we keep hitting into yellows. That's a little bit unfortunate. So we've got a red signal just over where the cursor is, which is now gone to green. So throttle now to 100%. We're going to be coming down to a 50 miles an hour zone. So we'll just curb the speed. See, it's 50 miles an hour off to the right, and we have the right hand feather, so that's how we know that we're doing that. So we'll just curb acceleration for the moment. And we're in 75 miles an hour. So we're not stopping for 5 miles, so now we're just going to be going as fast as we can. Right train. So yeah, I can't remember how much of this really exists. Unlike Edinburgh, Glasgow actually has quite an extensive suburban railway network, which is still in use today. Edinburgh's, what little suburban railway network Edinburgh had has actually all been closed down, except for freight transport, which is used to bypass the busy Waverley station. But Glasgow's carries quite a lot of passengers, and yeah, they've got quite a good suburban railway network. And the Glasgow Airport extension, I'm not all that familiar with Glasgow that I could tell you. Oh, we're speeding. My bad. Okay, we're still accelerating. So we're an express train, and we're just about to pass a stopping all service train. Wave to the driver. Yes, anyway, as I got halfway through saying and I kind of stammered to a halt, I don't know my way around Glasgow that well that I could tell you what part is the extension and what is not. We're pinged, so that's fine. So that train must have been stopping at that station. There's another train heading away. Have we got a passenger view in this? No, we don't. Okay, I'm pressing the button, nothing's happening, so that's fine. So, yeah. The train we're riding today, this is the class 380, and this is an electric multiple unit, so we have, that's the wrong button, that's just still the wrong button. How did I do this again? Can't remember. Nah. No, I can't remember how to do it. Anyway, this is a electric train, so we have the pantograph system, which hooks up to the overhead rails. There's several methods of electrifying a railway. There is overhead lines, which is what we're using, and there's also kind of third and fourth rail options, which is more commonly found on subways and undergrounds about the place. Oh, no. Still a good mile and a bit away from our Gilmore Street station, which is where we're stopping. And so we've just been warned of a speed decrease. Just took my eye off because the phone's going off like crazy. So we're about a mile away from Gilmore Street, so I'll put us to... oh no, that's acceleration. Okay, so unlike the previous train which we were driving, which is the Class 166, the power handle in this is the other way around. In the Class 166 you had a stepped accelerator and then the brake was fluid. You basically... oops, no, that's the wrong way. Let's just put it back on the power back. I forget how fast this train stops. Yeah, so the accelerator had stages stages 1 through 8, and then the brake was whatever percentage you put it at. This train, it's the other way around. The accelerator is whatever percentage you put it at, and there is 4 stages of brakes: first, second, third, and emergency braking. So I'll just take us off the accelerator and put us back on 50% braking. This train seems to stop a lot faster than the other one does. And again, this is only my second time back in train simulators. So are we within the station yet? No, not really. So there's a 3-car stop board. I think I'm gonna hit stop before then. Okay, so stopped, so we'll open the doors. Oh, you can't click the lights. Okay, you just have to press T. So yes, in this train station, if that lady will move away, you can see there is it's called stopping boards. So if I'm a 3-carriage train, so I should have stopped alongside that pole, but I didn't. And then you've got another stopping board for 6 carriages, and then 8 and 9 carriages would stop at the very end of the platform, just to try and make you as central as possible. So we're actually we're directly on time actually. I think if I go to here, yeah, we're directly on time, which is surprising after all my derping around. We're just waiting. No one seems to be getting on the train, but we are still waiting. This is not the speediest thing. Let's go have a look at some scenery while we wait. Oh good, there isn't sun. Aha, right, okay. Right. So there we go, the door's closed, we've got the beeps. So we'll plug in the accelerator. To 100%. Yes, I think this is where the line splits off. So I think this line here is the existing route, and this line is now the airport extension, I believe. I may be incorrect about that. Aha! Okay, so we've got another lane change. So actually I'm just gonna answer that, and I'm gonna curb off my power. So we're going to the second right position, so I want to look for the signs telling me what my speed is. I've not seen any warning signs. That may just be because I wasn't paying attention rather than they're not there. Ah, okay, there's a station in a mile, so that might be what that is for. 30 miles an hour, so we're going to need to slam onto anchor. I know I'm speeding. And now we're back up to 45, so we can accelerate for a little bit. You tend to see me during these videos, I'm using a mixture of like hand using the mouse and keyboard controls. Okay, so we're green through there. Here we go. This is the airport. So I'm just going to kill off the speed because we're going to be slowing. And let's have a quick little look around. There's playing fields and that's the airport over there, so we'll get a wee look at that as we get closer. Oosh. Okay, so I'm just bringing the train down on 25% brakes for the moment. We can see the planes of the airport with some fictional patriotic Scottish airline. Yeah, there's another train just leaving. So coming into 25 miles an hour, we're actually picking up speed a bit, so I'm going to put the brake on. And that's going to be a permanent AWS because... Oh no, it's not, there's a signal there. Ah, okay, yeah, so we're still a wee bit away from the actual platform. So I don't know what platform we're in. Okay, we're going to platform 2. So I'll just put the brakes at 25%. We'll ease us in. Do we do the return journey? Yeah, we do. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, it told me it was half an hour long. This hasn't been half an hour. So yeah, we'll just let us come all the way in. I'm not so sure what the... Okay, that's just a time thing. I don't think there is marker boards for this station. So we'll put the brake to 50%. And voila! So my doors are going to open. And welcome to Glasgow Airport. Let's take a quick little look around. Yeah, what is Scotland Airways? Sure, makes sense. Yeah, so this is Glasgow Airport from Train Simulator. I didn't notice this before. I quite like the Doppler sounds. It's a pretty cool thing. I only thought they applied to the level crossings. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so while the train is setting up, I'm going to try and... I need to change direction, and to do that I need to remember what the key combination is. I think it's Control equals. Yes, there we go. It changes direction. So now I'm in the front, so we've got the lights on the front, and we are just going to prepare for the buzz from our guard. Okay. Great. Okay, so now that we've changed direction, I need to change the reverser to forwards, and we have the buzz from the guard, so let's drive. We're going to the U lane, presumably the up lane. Ah, that'll be what the DA is then, the downline airport. I just realised. Ooh, plane taking off, I didn't realise they had that. That's high tech. Okay, so... just going to put us at 10% acceleration for the moment. We are still limited to 25 miles an hour, so... yeah, it's just a case of enjoying the scenery for now. Sounds like another plane getting ready to take off. Here's a marker board for 35 miles an hour, and here's the thing with railways. This 35, when it's a speed increase, it does not count until the last train in the consist is past the marker board. So I can now accelerate to 35 miles an hour. But when it's a speed decrease, it applies to the first train, the first carriage in the consist. So like if this was a speed decrease, it would apply now, not when the last carriage crosses it. It can sometimes be a bit infuriating when you've already driven past the 45 mile an hour board, and you just have to wait and wait and wait until you're sure the last carriage is clear. Okay, so we're actually running, we've been running perfectly on time, which is kind of unusual for me. Normally very late. A little bit jiggling the rails. Curb off the accelerator because I can see there's a speed decrease coming up ahead. So actually I'm just going to put us on to 5% braking for the moment. Might need to go higher than that. Bing, so we've got a clear green light. Yeah, okay, I'm going to need to go to 15% braking for the moment. We're going to speed for a couple of seconds. Yeah, that's fine. So we're no longer speeding. Ah, here's some signage. So this, the little box, oh, it actually has it written on them now. Normally they come without the little box on them, and then we've got a health and safety sign. The kind of checked pattern there means limited clearance, which means if you're a railway worker and you hear a train coming, you are not going to be able to get off the rails. So that's why when you're working on the railway, you normally have, if it's a small job, you would normally have a crew of 3, 2 people to do the work and 1 person to stand there and watch for trains in advance, along with other health and safety things like actually stopping trains. Have them come to a red light and have to signal their way. They have to call the signal box to say that they're coming through, that kind of thing. So we're just going to brake in here for the train station. I think I can leave us on 1/4 brakes. Got a yellow light ahead, so this is going to make the angry noise. There we go. Right, so here is the 3-car stop board. So we'll bring us now to 50% brakes, and we'll see if I've managed to stop. Yeah, close enough. So doors are open. I was looking for this earlier. We do have a driver reminder appliance, but it doesn't do anything. I wonder what these screens are used for in real life. Obviously, as you can probably tell, I'm not a real train driver in real life. I have been on a train many times. I have never been in the front of a train, ever. So, yeah. Right. So I've got a little while before departing. So yeah, they've brought in some sprites of the surrounding textures and made some 3D buildings and things to try and make it look more realistic. Which I suppose if you get right up and go, oh, I recognise this place. I recognise this place from real life. Yeah. I remember... There's a subway station near here. Oh yeah, I remember. It's when we got lost coming for... we went to the Glasgow International Science Museum and we got lost. Ended up around here. Okay. $10 miles an hour. Just about. Let's ride. So the light 2 from now is red, so I don't know... Okay, it's gone green. So I don't know if we're chasing another train. guess we'll find out soon. Get ready to kill the power on this. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize I pushed that follower all the way to braking. Right, so here's the 75-mile-an-hour board. So it's okay. Good to accelerate. So we're now on maximum acceleration. We're currently in the up slow lane, so you can see here that there's actually 5 lanes. You've got up slow, up fast. I don't know what that one you would call that one. Central, maybe it's just a relief line. Then you've got the down fast and down slow. Are we going to Central one? No, we're not. Okay, that's fine. The express line. Okay, so now we're into a traditional setup here. We've got yeah. So if I were stopping at every single station, I would be using the leftmost lane because that's where all the platforms will be. This lane is for going right through the middle. No, okay, that yellow light's not ours. We've got the green light next to it. Yeah, there we go. Ping. Oh, we're speeding. My bad. I've done the same thing again. So yeah, the good thing about being in the express line is it means if you are an express train driving on the express line, then you get to bypass all of the trains that are stuck at stopping for stations and things, because it wouldn't be much of a express train if you just had to stop. I suppose it's not really necessary because we're quite far from the platform edge. No one's going to get sucked away by the air blast. Another station. Ah, that train that we passed has finally been released. Finally. We'll just get a little look of ourselves. Ah, okay, so we're coming back into ooh, flashing yellow light. I haven't seen those in quite a while. Are those... Yeah, okay, so we're on to LED signalling. Traditional signalling, you had 4 lights to show off 4 different status of a signals, but now we have LED technology. What you have is it just has 2 signals on it, and the colours change to show off what signal it's supposed to be, whereas before that wasn't really possible. Technology. I think we're chasing another express train by the looks of the signals, because get the angry noise. We're going down 20 miles an hour ahead. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we've got the signal that says 2 lights ahead is red. So if this signal is a single yellow, which I think it's double actually, I think it's gone to double. Oh, it's gone to green actually. But anyway, we do have a speed decrease coming up, so... just going to leave us on slight braking. Yeah, I don't know what the real train policy is. I assume it's like this. I assume it's similar to what I do. If it's double yellow, then I curb acceleration, and if it's single yellow, I start braking gently until I can be sure where the red light is, and then if I do that, in fact, need to stop for it, or has that red light turned to yellow. I'm actually just going to ease off the brake now because we're still quite away. Aha! I've not had a chance to talk about these yet. This is a signal repeater, which means that the signal is out of sight from where we are, so it is repeating the signal that is here. It does semaphore signaling, so it's in the diagonal position, which means it is green or not red. So if I were to now go all the way back to this repeater, yeah, it's now gone level, which means that light is now red, obviously, because we're in that block. We can see we've got a red light. That could just be a warning, because, oh, okay, it's gone to yellow, so it's another train. We saw in the previous route that the light will stay red until you reach a certain point, and then it will go green. Basically, just to make sure that you're, paying attention. Yeah, we're speeding slightly. It's saying platform 8. Maybe that's lane 8, but we're going to platform 12, apparently. Ah, and now we saw on the way in, this is us on the way out, we're now out of AWS controlled territory, so that means if any lights are red, we will not get warnings. So we need to be paying extra special attention, which you probably should anyway, when you're driving a train full of the peoples. So it's just a slow drive in. Okay, yeah, now we're being signalled towards, yeah, lane 8, platform 12. Okay, so we are being signalled to the right direction. There's our shunting signals there, which I don't think we'll be making use of. I hope not anyway, because they're all being red. All shunting signals are if you're working with trains, trying to get them like rearranged and dispatched, if the actual signal for travelling on a line might be red, but you can have. It didn't say we were going down to 50 miles an hour. So we'll just take a slow drive in. Yes, the shunting signal might be white, effectively green, which means that as a driver you can go past a red light for the purposes of staying close to the train that you're working with, so you can rearrange the carriages, but you can't go all the way onto the line because then you're, ignoring a red light and putting people in danger and blah blah blah. Right, so we're just about here. Ah, okay. So I was about to put the brake on and the train protection system has put the emergency brake on, so sure, whatevs. We're now in Glasgow Central again. So yeah, this has actually been a somewhat successful drive, unlike last time where I was like 7 minutes late. So yes, yeah, that was a successful drive. I would tend to agree. So yes, welcome to Glasgow. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do like it, give it a like in the subscription. Oh my goodness. If you do like it, give it a like in the box below. And remember, if you want to see more of this, you can vote for what content you want to see on my website in the link in the description. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.